Hello there, commanders, and welcome to another Total War Arena video. Just video. I've been sent a replay by one of our viewers. His name was Aphelion. I definitely remember that. No suspicions there. Anyway, so Aphelion has sent me a replay. Multi-headed slingers. I think we've seen that before, so I can sing Deja Vu. Yeah, it was an initial D reference. Reference. Don't bother my English skills. It's early in the morning, okay? So it takes time for the English part of my brain to activate. Anyway. I don't know much about this replay. I was like, which series are you sending this for? And he's like, whichever. Do whatever the hell you want. Like, but I don't know, I haven't seen the replay, and the entire point of the replay is to go into it blindly. Like, I cannot watch it ahead of time. So, but that was a what the fuck? That was a new. Oh, Qua is here. Hi, Qua. Oh, so you? Okay, now I see why he's in the replay. You nuked Qua and you wanted to flex. Okay, Qua, if you're watching, do you feel flexed on? Ooh, archers, Empire. The big shot. Okay, so I guess we'll do the replay analysis from this video. So hello there, commanders, and welcome to another Total War Arena replay analysis video, and where I will be giving you tips on how to improve as multi-headed slingers based on Aphelion's gameplay. So yeah, here you obviously saw the archers there in the forest. You know there is no way you can spot them, right? Because there's nothing else. Oh, they're AI. Well, I guess that works. But you couldn't have known that, I guess, before that happened. Also, do you know that when an enemy disconnects, does it show? I don't even know, actually. I don't know. I guess people haven't been disconnecting that often in my matches, or maybe I just haven't noticed, or maybe it just doesn't show and you don't see it. So well. Anyway, when you see archers like that, let's assume they weren't AI, right? They would just sit there inside the forest and be undetected. So you don't have anyone that is able to spot them, just run away, right? You have a very good target in archers here on the right side. You could have positioned yourself so that you could shoot them, and instead of you just got shot by the archers. So yeah. If there's nothing you can do, there's nothing you can do, just accept it. Like, stop trying to do something about it and just find something else. Ooh, that's going to be hard. Qua is pressuring you. Well, you're finding an angle behind your infantry, but... Oh, Qua is coming from two angles. He's getting his revenge from the nuke earlier. How the hell were you able to nuke that cavalry? Is it unupgraded? Maybe it is unupgraded, because it has very high armor from what I remember. The Chinese cavalry. And also, slinger damage is kinda shit. But okay, you managed to survive. Somehow. So does that, you still get a fucked on this. Oh. And yeah, your glaive just ran away from you, now there's 0. Oh! So friendly cavalry approaching. Qua runs into stakes, get good Qua. I mean, he just ran through stakes and then charged. Still kind of decent damage. Well, you're getting attacked by glaives. Yeah, even if the allied cavalry saves you from enemy cavalry, there's still 3 units of glaives and 1 unit of multi-addis spearmen coming straight at you. Well, your allied cavalry will take care of archers, but yeah, you need to run away. So when you're in a situation like that, the most important thing you want to do is level up, because you're very close to dying. You're in a very bad situation right now, and you're about to level up. So do everything you can to level up and to preserve your XP. So if you feel like you're in this situation, there is no way you can level up, although there is, just shoot these guys, right? And there we go, yeah, exactly. And you'll level up. But if you're under more pressure, then try retreating. Use the fall back button, it'll send you back to the base, and well, you'll get another opportunity. If you, for example, couldn't heal here, right? you managed to. But if it wasn't possible, run away, get inside the forest, for example, right, out of the vision of the enemy, then recall to the base, heal up there, and then you'll have easier time getting XP. Okay, this flank is actually not doomed, because, well, you healed up, and the enemy infantry can't, because the closest killing zone is here. So yeah, that's not very good for them. Alright, so that's again my problem with the map design, which is the game mode design, I guess, not a particular the map itself. It's just, on all maps, the healing zones are so fucking close to the capture point they correspond to, that it's so easy to defend and so hard to attack. When the attackers need to go all the way back to replenish, and defenders is like, yep, 10 seconds, I'll be right back, no problem. So yeah, it leads to like very stale gameplay. Well, okay, so now that you have hit a reset essentially on the battle situation, you need to look around, judge the situation that's going on. You have cavalry spotting here for you, so you see they have a full glaive player just healed up. Multi-aiders and archer players are going to do the same. And you have an archer player here, javelin player, you as a sling player, another glaive infantry helping you, and a cavalry player being AFK on the healing zone. And well, you decide to go right flank here, right? You continue on the right flank, which is I guess a decent idea. Like Miltiades is a good target for you. Well, versus the Chinese Cav, especially considering that you have only 3 units of infantry in here trying to protect 9 ranged units. It's not a very good idea. Luckily your cavalry player decides to stop being AFK. That's good. Shoot Quo here, there we go. Resistant damage. I mean, you have XP advantage. What the fuck, he's getting wrecked. Well, it's tier 6 with tier 7 archers as well. So that contributes to it. There we go. Okay, correct target selection. Yes, you're hitting the archers, thing you're supposed to counter. But I see most of this damage actually comes from the archers, like your damage still sucks. How come you were dealing so much damage? Okay, like per shot is better. Okay, it's just I got hit harder, didn't dodge, get good Quo. Is it Quo's glaives? No. These are Quo's glaives. There we go. Oh, okay, your cavalry player is an idiot. Just charges frontally into glaives. That's not going to end well, I can tell you that already. But okay, you're keeping your distance. Friendly firing cavalry. I mean, he's AFK half of the time, so right, no big loss. Also, he's a guy who charges glaives frontally. You know that the glaives have a bonus against cavalry, right? Hey, we are here to deal to give. Oh, okay, that was bad. Why? Why did you charge straight into danger? What the hell? Okay, no. That cavalry was dying. It was close to dead. And you just fucking charge straight in there. Luckily these glaives don't have a charge, do they? Yeah, they don't have a charge. So it's go on you, right? So if it was Luwu, they would have charged. They would have a charge. Yeah. But you still charged in there and had to immediately retreat. I'm getting that you want to get like good angles. To don't shoot and cause a lot of friendly fire. But well, your cavalry at that point was dead, so if that was your goal, then you could have just shot it and caused minimal friendly fire. And here instead, by charging now, trying to get a better angle on these glaives, well, you found cavalry found you as well, it's chasing you, and you got yourself into the range of archers, which now you need to retreat from, and you're wasting a lot of time on running away instead of shooting, right? Because you closed the distance that you shouldn't have closed, and now you need to, again, waste time to go back and fix your mistake. Just, you know, don't make a mistake in the first place. Easy, right? Easy. And I guess these archers were around, so you should have been aware of their presence, but it's just, you know, like, try to be more aware of the entire situation, try to keep track of the enemy units to know where everything is, right? If something is missing, like, briefly, like, keep looking around. Try to remember, okay, I saw archers, right? They just disappeared maybe 10 seconds ago. They must still be around somewhere. Maybe they're retreating, maybe they're going back to heal and you won't see them for 1 minute or two. But maybe they're not, right? So you always need to take into consideration that worst case scenario, like what if they're waiting there in the forest? What if that cavalry didn't retreat and instead is waiting in the forest? Okay, so here I see you're playing like very conservative style. So essentially your team holds 3 points against the enemy holding 2. And at this pace, you're going to win. You're going to win slowly, but you're going to win, right? So it's on the enemy team. The pressure is on the enemy team to put pressure on you and try to get a capture point of view. And, well, if they don't do that, they lose. I know, I'm such a big brain. So, yeah, there's no point for you, no reason for you really to go out there unless, you know, you see that other flank is losing and you need to counterbalance. For example, if this flank was losing, oh, Quo has transitioned here. See, so he maybe kind of realized, Quo, right, that he cannot win this flank, so he goes here instead. So now that you hear now that you see there is a huge push on this flank, you should make a decision to go and push forward on this flank. Sadly, you're a ranged player, so that decision isn't really on you, right? Because if you charge ahead and not a single melee player follows, you die instantly as soon as you say anything melee. I mean, okay, if it's melee infantry, you can just run away, right? You will outrun it, no problem, depending on the infantry. But if you see cavalry, you're done. Right, and sadly your melee player, well, he decides to be AFK on top of a point and be essentially useless to his team. His third unit is here, I think that's his third unit. We cannot really confirm because it's, well, the name, you cannot check the name because it's Chinese. Oh, friendly fire? No? Okay. Yeah, but your damage is shit. Even when you have XP advantage, you have 1 chevron advantage, your damage is still shit. I mean, it's tier 6, it's tier 7, so there's that. And well, these archers are dealing most of the damage. Their damage is okay. I mean, you're at this point, I mean, yeah, you're helping, you're technically helping, but you could go forward and try to putting pressure on something else. Your glaive player finally woke up. They realized that you've lost C, so okay, I guess we have to push, right? The enemy team is also contesting C, so yeah, you definitely need to try to do something about it. Especially since, again, you can look around. When you're just transitioning, right? Like just walking forward, there's nobody in your range. You can take a while, like a few seconds to look, okay, how's the situation at C? Okay, C should be secure, right? From a glimpse. A is fucking lost, we're doomed there. So maybe they're going to go to our base. But base should be secure because you have a lot of forces at C, blah, 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 right? Just go a quick glimpse. Like, obviously me explaining that is going to take more time than you just taking a glimpse and noticing and processing all that within your head. If you're able to do that. Some people are just unable to comprehend what the hell is going on. Why are you so slow? Why the hell were you so slow? Oh, strain? Probably strain. The only thing that can make you slow. Anyway, you saw heavy artillery in there. So you should try getting vision on them. Oh, I see you even managed. You should down one of them. Yeah, this is really bad. This is Miltiades. He's going to catch you. Especially if you charge into yourself. Yup. Like, as soon as you see a situation like that, run away and split up. First of all, you blobbed up, and you were split up like next to each other, and then you blob up, and then you charge into yourself, your units into each other. That was really bad. So don't do that. If you have, I know if is an arena meme. So if you have 3 units like next to each other, you right click and drag. Right, then do the same for retreating. Drag in like one direction, because if you do it like horizontally, then you still might run into each other depending on the terrain and pathfinding. But overall, you shouldn't, as long as you just don't single right click and drag, and that will keep them spaced out and charge in the same direction roughly. Something you did. And here's a trick. This is something actually I could use for CA please fix, because that has happened to me so many times, but whenever I see that, it's like, okay, I'll remember the replay and then I forget. right? So you want to shoot this part of the unit, but because the main core of the unit is here, you cannot. While this player can still just right-click you and attack you with this non-main portion of the unit. So the enemy is approaching you, which you cannot shoot. So I won't see it to fix that, because that's bullshit. And thank you for providing me a great replay that I can just instantly go to. But anyway, now your team is kind of fucked. A still lost, you're trying to get back A, but it's not going to happen, not at the moment at least. C, okay, C is largely in your control and you can push straight to the intermediate base. Your cavalry just charge archers. Those are also AFK archers. That's definitely AFK archers. You're fighting 2 AFK players. So your team, upon seeing that, like this cavalry player should immediately realize these archers are AFK, go for them 3 kills, and start capping the base because there's nobody else defending. Just 2 archer bots. Like this cavalry heaven, literally. Well, the B flank is kind of doomed. Okay, this infantry player, spear player, charges into your cavalry here, blocks it off. If it wants to get on top of the point, it needs to go all the way around. And your last archer unit on top of B is getting killed. Your consumables, you're out of consumables other than on this one unit. Yeah, so the enemy team is captured B, will capture B anytime now. So, yeah. You need to think now what you're going to do. You're going to heal at C, that's good. So go to C, heal up there, go try to capture the base. I mean, you have 2 choices in here. Either you try to regain capture points, but you're behind on tickets right now, and you're very behind in terms of capture points available. A being contested, but yeah, they're not going to get it, obviously. It's impossible. So pretty much, like, the only chance of you winning the battle, like, realistically, is capping the enemy base. So you need to commit everything you can to do it. Well, since you're playing solo, you know, you can only commit the 3 range units. Like, if you're playing range units, really don't play solo, because you're so dependent on your team. And if your team just doesn't want to, like, for example, you can be here, you can judge the situation and go, I think the best thing to do is to go to the enemy base and try to capture it and win that way. But if you're just 3 ranged units, you can't really play, okay, if I start charging towards the enemy base, I know my melee force will follow me. That is not going to happen, right? Like, they might follow you, but you don't know it. So you might risk it. But you saw here, when you were charging forward, your glaive player was kind of just AFKing on top of the point, being content with what was happening. And that's why, you know, maybe this passive play wasn't the best of ideas, right? If you have a coordinated team that can do stuff properly, yeah, sure, that's the correct tactic. You see that on tournaments, or like, again, between the good, well-skilled players, because when you were playing PvP Tier 7 on the previous patch, the Tier 7 battles were just full of 4-man parties, and they were like good parties, like, you know, SUNTZU parties and other clan parties. So you had like high-level competition in there. And that's what you saw very often. Just one team holding on to 3 points and grinding out in a long victory. But here, when things are more random, we saw the enemy team adapting. Right, so we saw this archer player called Empire, who is now a bot. But back then he wasn't, right? He transitioned, went to C. Like, he saw, okay, there are slingers here on this flank, I cannot do anything. Also Tier 7 archers, I'm just getting wrecked. I will just go somewhere else. Quo did the same. Quo went to the A flank, and managed to capture A because of that. And your team just camped because your team just thought everything is going to be fine. And, well, it wasn't, because you lost a lot of points. That being said, you are getting control back of A. C is being contested. 3 elephants on top of it. You have some glaives and swords in there. It's Germanicus and Vengeance, so that's good. They're nerfed by Inside Defection. But Inside Defection only lasts 20 seconds unless he has it upgraded. He doesn't. I think that upgrade even comes only at Tier 7. So yeah, he even can't. Okay, well, your Germanicus player is doing a pretty good job of buying as much time as possible. So C will be contested, but you have no points gained from that. The enemy team is about to reach 3k while you have barely reached 2k. So you are in a very, very dire situation. You have a really nice XP advantage here. Your archer just got charged. Did you notice the Arminius cavalry? Sorry, cavalry Folksman. Okay, going into melee, flank this unit. Flank this unit. Route it. Just Alt, right click. See, when you press Alt, it changes to melee. And then you just route the unit. There we go, finally. Okay. Could have done that first, then shoot. Not the other way around.
An allied capture point is under attack.
You have a very like low-hanging, easy fruit to take. Just take it. Gets rid of the unit. Lets you do all the stuff. Frees up your allies that were trying to deal with it, right? Okay. So maybe we might be looking for at a comeback in here. Your team is pushing D. I guess it was the reason why you are getting a comeback now is because you accumulated more XP the early game. I mean that plus the enemy team has heavy artillery player who doesn't know how to play, and it also has 2 archer bots. So that's also helping you. Because if not for those 2 factors, I think you would still have lost. But okay, I mean you still haven't won, but it's looking good now. You were losing like, you were getting 0 points and the enemy team was getting like 3.9 I think. And now it's 0 for the enemy team and 2.2 for your team. Although your team's push at D is looking to fail anytime soon. So yeah, D is already being captured. And A isn't protected well either, there's only 1 unit here, so something needs to respawn in here. Although you have a dead player, 2 dead players, although that's a long respawn. If enemy team captures D, this archer doesn't realize that he can get inside. Oh, you're being under accurate smoke. Okay, well let's focus on you, right? Well, you're targeting the artillery that is being spotted by your cavalry. That's all good. You could try shooting these spearmen now because they're like higher priority. Instead of trying to finish off this artillery. I mean, yeah, sure, it's still providing damage. Okay, there we go. You finished off an entire player. Yeah, this is last unit. But yeah, this unit is contesting the point, right? Artillery wasn't contesting a point. So even if it's like such an easy kill, and you're finishing off a player, arguably in that very moment, shooting these spearmen was a better idea because they presented their like backs or sides to you. But anyway, there would be no friendly fire involved, so just shoot it. Because this infantry player is going to win this engagement, no problem, he is going to win. But also what matters is how long it will take for him to win. And every time you shoot these spearmen and you deal damage to them, it makes him win that much faster. Obviously you can argue, if he gets shot by artillery, he loses some models, right? His damage will also go lower, but well, you just need to make that calculation, and in my book, shooting spears was better there. Yeah, since nothing is really happening in there. Also, no, something is happening in there. There's 1 unit in here. Stop trying to get reshots, just fucking go in and charge him. And fucking flank him. Like, he's aware of that, so he's circling. Your infantry player is an idiot. He doesn't split up. You should have also just split up instead of going in a blob. Because then this happens. He just turns around and charges you. But anyway, he's about to go down below 10 models, so he's gonna waver and only 1 flank will finish him off. That being said, he dropped all the flanks. And also that being said, he went out of the capture point. The glaives are incoming. Your infantry player needs to stop them. And the artillery is back on the field. Okay, that was lucky. Or you can say calculated. Maybe have calculated. But you could have dealt with that spearman unit much faster. Just split up, flank it. This is a thing that so many range players are unaware. You can still flank. You're a ranged unit, but you can flank. If there is only 1 melee unit that is about to die, and there's like you literally outnumber 6 to 1. Like, okay, your infantry player is an idiot that blobs and doesn't apply any flanks. But that doesn't mean you have to follow his example, right? Anyway, so your team managed to hold A. It wasn't lost, so enough people respawned here in time. I mean, it's more like on the enemy team for not capturing D quickly enough and not capturing A quickly enough for retribution. So the enemy team kind of fucked up there, but yeah, you control C now, both B and E as well. And putting pressure on the enemy base. But the enemy team is only 200 points away. You still need 800. So, no, even with 800 points needed, you still win. So just try to hold what you have right now. So I guess putting pressure on the enemy team, on the enemy base, is the best thing to do. Because they can either get A, well, you're so far away from A that you're not going to help there anyway. Right, so the best you can do is prevent them from getting either C or E. Which, by putting pressure on the enemy base, you're doing that. But the enemy team having an AFK archer player on top of the base because it's a bot thinking that it needs to defend the base. You know, it's a victory, but it's not like a full victory, let's say. Okay, so Canada doesn't cut. Oh, enemy team about to get A if your team fucks up. That could flip it.
An allied capture point is under attack.
Oh, it's going to be interesting, going to be close. If they flip A, they win, right?
Capture point is contested.
Yeah, they should win if they flip A, but they're not going to. Okay, your cavalry and infantry got there in time, and the enemy team failed to block it off. Okay, well, there's nothing interesting happening over there, just shoot the multi-adders. You have rank 4 and rank 3 versus rank 2. You should be able to deal some damage now, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, Slingers just... the damage sucks. Well, you're transitioning onto the other side, and your team is sneak capping D, which is really good. Well, this archer player obviously cannot do anything, right? Archer meta, yep. I mean, ranged meta. Quo holds it. Yeah, but your team has now way too many units inside of A. Still, like, the fact, dude, go around. If these 2 units die, they are the only ones holding the base. Get inside the base. I mean, capture point. Well, your team has managed to flip D while you're writing Quo in here. So it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, that's a win. Was close. Despite 2 enemy AFK player. I mean, both team had noobs. Wait, this guy is now not a bot anymore? No, he's always a bot, but that doesn't show anymore on his icon. Weird. Maybe some replay bugs. But it ended up being kind of a hybrid video between a replay analysis and a battle commentary or a battle of the week. So, yeah, I mean, you send that replay and said yourself, you don't know what you want to do with it, just do whatever. So I did whatever. I did 3 videos at once. I could sell it as 3 separate videos, but obviously that's not going to happen. Uploading three same videos, just changing the title, nobody will notice, right? I mean, nobody will notice because nobody watches my channel anyway, so like, who cares? Okay, this was a funny look into PvP matchmaking shenanigans, I guess. So hey, viewers, if you would like to have your replay featured on my channel, if you have anything interesting, an interesting battle. This one was definitely interesting for possibly all the wrong reasons. Then send that replay my way and I'll see what I can do. But please specify which series you're sending it for. Is it Battle of the Week, Battle Commentary, or Replay Analysis? Replay Analysis is when I just analyze your moves, focus on you as a player and just don't look at anything else, and give you advice based on that, on what you do and what you can improve. Battle of the Week is me just going like, okay, both teams are equal, right? We don't take anybody's sides, I guess, and just take it from there, like just commentate the battle. I mean, we can focus on whoever sent the replay, like as the main hero of the episode, but that's about it, right? We just commentate the entire battle rather than focusing on one specific player. And then battle commentary is when something interesting within a battle happens, like a situation that very often repeats itself, like a general description, right? That sort of thing. Like here we had one team holding 3 points, the enemy holding 2 points, and your team kind of betting on that idea to win. Like that happens very often, and then that's what you can make a battle commentary around, on that idea, right? And then how it was broken by the enemy team transitioning to the other flank and, you know, trying to win that way. And they almost got it. If they didn't have the 2 bots, they're just camping inside the base, well, they might have won it. They were close, and that could have been just like, you know, that slight tipping factor of you capturing the points a little bit later. And since it was literally like a few seconds away from them winning and losing, yup. I'm kind of salty that there were bots in this battle, and that what ultimately decided the outcome. That kind of sucks, but well, whatever. It was still a very interesting replay, so thank you for sending that. And if you have, you the viewers, similarly interesting replays, but maybe without bots, just keep it to players. Obviously not your fault that the enemy disconnected or whatever, or just rage quit. Anyway. Okay. I've rambled for long enough. 31.5 minutes. You know what to do to help me bring Arena back to the West, and I'll see you on Arena's Battlefield, Commanders. Such a good intro. Outro. Yep. Nailed it.